Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, a happy Sunday to you all. Hopefully your weekends are going brilliantly, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. Welcome to the final installment of our full discography on and off marathon. We've done all of their studio releases from start to finish in terms of the Korean side of things. We have done all of their Japanese exclusive discographies, which was quite short. We've done all of their OSTs. We've done we've done the title tracks. We've done all the B-sides. We've done the Japanese B-sides. We've done the OSTs. That leaves us with the one final thing left to check out. These are the Hello WM singles, essentially your intercompany like label mate group things that some companies and entertainment labels have done in the past. WM has done their own thing as well, which by the looks of it primarily features B1A4, Omai걸, and ONF, dating back all the way to 2018, and there's 3 in order. So that's what we're gonna do. I've seen comments about checking out its live stages. I've seen a handful of them already. I've also seen a handful of reactors watch them on their like Patreons and stuff like that. They aren't YouTube safe, and with the a copyright strike looming on the channel, I don't want to risk putting those up. But rest assured, I have seen them. I thoroughly enjoy them, especially acapella Bew, that interlude that they have live. Very crispy indeed. Very much appreciate that. But yeah, we've come a very long way from starting off only knowing 2 on and off songs to going to their live show and covering their entire discography, and now we're finally at the last step. So let's finish strong, shall we? Here we go. Right, so the first one is Timing, featuring B1A4, Omai걸, and ONF. This dropped December 10th of 2018, so by the looks of it already, it's very clear we're going to have a Christmas theme to it, and well, considering we still have 4 months until Christmas, we're very much ahead of its time. So these are always good fun. Like Starship Planet comes to mind with these. The SMCU album comes to mind with these, and I really hope that we can get more companies doing stuff like this, because getting artists from the same label together on a record or like a single like this is always a great time, because you're gonna have blends of voices and blends of music genres that you normally wouldn't think of, and they're all very talented artists in their own right, so why not put them all together in one sitting and make this kind of magical piece, right? Like, there's some companies I really wish would do something like this, because the most recent one, well, apart from the last one we'll check out today, that comes to mind is C9 did a collaboration like Christmas song 2 years ago in 2022, which was really good. SM dropped their SMCU album at the end of 22. aespa and Red Velvet did Christmas that year. But like intercompany collabs, we need more of them. Please and thank you. All right, let's get started. Oh, Jiho's still in it. I also won't recognize the B1A4 guys all that well, because I don't really know them at all, really. I think the one on the very left is Sandul, but that's about it. Oh, Lawan's still in it. Hello, vocals. Oh, it is very bright and happy, very crisp, but not immediately Christmassy though. It's got the Christmas energy, but it's not like immediately a Christmassy song without the visuals. A Wyatt and Mimi 1-2 rap punch? Hell yes. Ah, Jiho, oh, I miss you. I wonder what she's up to nowadays. Speaking of Oh My Girl, they have a comeback coming up pretty soon. I'm very excited for that. Oh, I love that they're treating the even the vocal stacking and stuff entirely different depending on who's taking lead. Yeah, it's almost as if this is an entirely different song now that Oh My Girl is taking the lead vocal. This is what I'm talking about. Look how much fun they're having. Listen to how fun this is. Okay, I think this is like the first little bit of like Christmassy music now that we have bells. Oh my god, son. Straw your stuff, Sando. Let's go. Hell yes. See what I mean by this being really fun? The fact that, look, I originally re-entered the K-pop scene as a big girl group stan. Oh My Girl played a very big part in that. You know, dropping music like Closer and Fifth Season. Remember Me I found pretty later on. Secret Garden. Oh, you know, very much your Christian horse girl music. The more kind of symphonic pop, so to speak. That was my shit. Getting back into like the K-pop side of things. Oh My Girl and like G-Friend and LaBoom and Lovelies and them groups did that sound right. They did it just right. So I'm very familiar with Oh My Girl. Now that I'm very familiar with On and Off, it's just like I get to hear the best that they both have to offer. And then you throw in B1A4 into the mix too. Like, I don't really know B1A4 at all. I know Sundal a little bit, mainly because he was on the cast for Song Stealer earlier on in the year, I think, for some episodes. I think he was on when Onyu was on, which was a really good episode. It was like Onyu, Sandul, Soyun and Lily from NMIX were on that episode as well. Song Stealer is a great show. Highly recommend it. I hope On and Off can feature on it at some point because I would love to hear another artist's interpretation of what an On and Off song would be like. But you essentially get the best of every single group in one neat little package. Like where else are you gonna get a 1-2 rap combo of Wyatt and Mimi? You're just not going to. Or like a vocal combo of Sandul and Seunhee, or Hyojung and Hyojin. The combinations are endless, you know, with that many people, with that many different flavors. Yes, we're gonna get so many different flavors and combos, and it's like, I want that. I want to experience that. And when, especially during the Christmas season, I think Christmas allows for just fun music. Is it, it's meant for a time of joy and happiness and merriment, and the music reflects that. Unless you listen to the same 20 Christmas carols on repeat on radio stations. If you grew up in America, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But in K-pop, they keep things pretty fresh, and I'd say that was pretty funky fresh indeed. Love that. Which takes us to, this is from 2020, so this is during COVID. But we have once again B1A4, Oh My Girl, and On and Off for the song titled Hours, dropping September 4th, 2020. I'm just based off of, here, is this non-stop era for Oh My Girl? Because for, well, let's see, for On and Off, this is after spin-off. So this is between Scumvit Swimming and Beautiful Beautiful. Neat. I love the strings already. The closed hi-hats also have me very intrigued. And dorks. Oh! Kick it up into a gear, okay. Also, peep the background harmonies. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, it's actually quite a snappy song, isn't it? Oh, peep the flip. Cool transition. Oh my god, they're all dorks. Peep the harmonies. Literally, no one at this company is safe from being a dork, and I love it. And I like that for Hours, unlike Timing, it's an instrumental section that stays the same regardless of who's on the top line, and it still fits, and they all shine differently. I like that. It's a more universal instrumental section, but it works for everybody. Oh, punchy re-entry, hello. Again, the 1-2. With the unison vocals. Alright, I'm so here for it. Oh! Why did that feel like a Glee number? I got very big Glee vibes from that. Not saying that's a bad thing at all. It's very pretty. It's almost cheesy in a way, and I think it's one of the appeals of this type of, you know, interlabel song, is that it is kind of cheesy and it's cute and it's just fun. Like, that's really cheesy and cute and fun, and I really like that. I also love that they're not afraid of just joking around between each other and amongst each other. I think it really does go to show just how tight-knit that people are in this industry, and especially if you're in the same company. And, you know, there's this kind of weird fandom thing in K-pop, and I don't know if it's common in Fuses or Miracles or I don't know what B1A4 fans are called, unfortunately, but no, fans can, especially those really vocal ones on social media, can be very protective and territorial about their fans or about their artists, and mentioning other groups or artists. It's just really nice to see that, you know, especially since that's a COVID song, in terms of timing wise, that it doesn't really matter like what generation you're from, or if you're a male group or a female group, that at the end of the day, you're all fellow artists and you're there to do your thing, but you're also like one big happy family, and that's what like the Hello WM songs are supposed to portray, is that one big happy family vibe. Because, I mean, sure, there's definitely some awkwardness between people on camera. I think that's natural, especially if you're more of an introverted person. You're less likely to immediately connect to the speaking partner, especially if, you know, if they've got seniority on you, or if you're not very close with them yet. They shove a camera in your face. It's like, act natural. Like, natural is slightly awkward and standoffish. But they're all messing around with each other. You know, conga line, it's not like group by group by group. They're all like intermingled with each other. They're digging around with just like pulling pranks on each other. It's just great. I love stuff like this. It's very wholesome, and the music reflects that because they sound so good together. But speaking specifically on the music, I do like the different approach in Hours, because timing very much, you can almost feel like each part was crafted for a certain group, and then they managed to interweave all those different parts together. Ours feels like one already established unit. You just have different toppings and flavors and spices to go along with each section, and that's reflective of what group is singing it. I like it. I like it a lot. And then this is the last one. This is the most recent one. This is also technically kind of a unit release. So this is specifically Mr. Sandul, Mr. Hyojin, and Miss Hyojung doing a Hello WM release titled 366 Days, which dropped on Leap Day this year, on February 29th. And just looking at the members, I reckon it's probably going to be something a little bit sappier and slower. I just have a hunch. But let's just send it one time. We should have checked this out at some point on its own, but we just didn't have the time to do it because this dropped while I was away earlier this year, you know, moving house and getting ready for my PhD and stuff. So we never got around to it, but it was on my release list. Just never made it around to it, but we're making it around to it now, so let's check it out. It's quite quiet. Not so quiet anymore. it's amazing how round and soft everyone's vocals are. Like, they have three very different voices, but you put them together on this song, they have so many similarities.
할 말이 없어도 좋아 어때요 하루가 하루만 아니 365일 더 짧은 것 같아 혹시 우리 하루가 더 늘면
But if you put them back to back to back like this, it is amazing just how rich Hyojin's vocal is, isn't it? Get some sauce in there, Sandu. Oh, hello, Run. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, that is what I'm talking about. That is the kind of ballad I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Ah. It feels refreshing hearing an on-and-off related ballad again, because, well, we went through all of the OSTs in the last 2 days, and we had, what, one that would even qualify as a ballad? That's crazy. Oh, but that's exactly what I was hoping for. Vocal magic right there. Like, there's people that aren't going to like 366 Days all that much because it's a ballad and it's too slow and sappy. That's perfectly fine, I think. You know, music is entirely a subjective thing. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I love stuff like this. Like, I'm a sucker for a good ballad, and especially when you get just 3 absolutely saucy vocalists on board. Oh yeah, the final product is going to be heavenly. 366 Days was heavenly. Voice crack included, because oh my goodness, I don't know where that one came from, but they, like, admittedly, I can't speak much about Sando's part because, well, again, I don't know B1A4 all that well. The only song I really know is Beautiful Target. And I'm pretty sure B1A4 dropped music this year too. I should probably get around to that. But Hyojin, I'm very familiar with, having known on... Oh, I almost call them on and off. Having known Omaigirl for so long now. And, you know, Hyojin has one of those voices in the group that's very recognizable purely from her kind of like range and attack that she has vocally. She's also got a very distinct vocal color in the group. Same with Yubin, or I guess back then she would have been called Binny from, you know, the earlier 2 songs that we checked out. But the vocal line from Omaigirl have very distinct voices, so they've always stood out for me. And Hyojin in the on and off setup, I've also known Hyojin for the longest, so I'm very familiar with his voice as well, but he also has a very distinct vocal color that sticks out from the rest of the group, especially when you get him in that powerful high chest voice of his. And Hyojin is kind of the same way, so to get at least 2 vocals that share that similar characteristic, but in very different general sounds that their groups do, is really cool because, you know, you don't immediately think of On and Off's music and Oh My Girl's music and think of them as the same. They're from the same label, sure, but sound-wise, they're very different to each other, right? And yet the main vocalists from the two groups have very similar vocal characteristics, and to hear them together like this is really the only place where you can hear them together, and they sound terrific together on it. And I reckon, mainly because he was chosen for it, that Sandal probably is the same way for B1A4 as well. He's got a very distinctive vocal color with a really good, like, high chest voice range, and just slots in perfectly with Hyojin and Hyojin together, and it's just like, bada bing, bada boom. You have a trio of just heavenly vocals. You give him a song that showcases vocals like this with really soft, pretty harmonies. Yeah, of course, it's gonna be a ballad, and it's terrific. I'm not gonna complain one bit. And honestly, I think that was an absolutely terrific way to finish our full run through of On and Off. I think it really was the best way we could have finished it. It was such a pretty way to finish, and I think I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, I figured I was going to have fun with it anyways, but it was a terrific time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed all the music we've gone through. I know there's, you know, a metric butt ton of live stages and stuff to check out, but we're not going to do that here. But all in all, we have gone through so much music, but I have found a brand new boy group to just absolutely fall in love with because of it, and I cannot be happier. I really cannot be happier with what we've done over the last, like, 3 months or so, because, you know, I mentioned briefly earlier that I was a girl group stan coming back into the world of K-pop around 2016-17, so I didn't really follow a lot of boy groups until the 2020s. Like, as big as BTS are, I didn't really listen to their music until 2021. Which is crazy to think about, but it's just the way the cookie crumbled, really. I was a hardcore girl group stan and then just moved over to boy groups slowly but surely. And, you know, going through this whole marathon thing, On and Off very quickly became one of my favorite boy groups to look out for, and still will be one of my favorite boy groups to look out for. And whatever release they have coming up next, whenever that may be, whether it's an OST or, you know, whether we have an album. I know we had an instrumental album a little while ago, but can't really talk much about an instrumental album. But I have listened to that, actually. It's good time. Too bad it's not on streaming, WM. Still angry at you. But whenever we have any On and Off related releases, you know, I guess we could delve into Minkin's SoundCloud, but that's a story for another time. Well, if we decide to do that, that'll be way later down the road. But yeah, whether we have a new album, whether we have a new single, whether we have a solo release, whether we have, I don't know, an On and Off unit comeback, I'm just waffling at this point. But whatever On and Off stuff we have dropping in the future, rest assured, I'm definitely getting around to that. So keep your eyes peeled for that whenever that drops. But in the meantime, that is going to be it from me today, and that is going to be it from me with the entirety of the On and Off's album and music discography. Thank you all for watching along with me. Thank you all for staying with me over the course of the last few months. It was a blast. It was a joy. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did, and Lord knows I enjoyed this whole adventure quite a lot. But of course, as usual, one last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, picking up a piece of trash off the street, holding the door open for somebody. I said that way out of order, but we're going to roll with it anyways. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day-to-day, and know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and whether I see you on the next upload or whether I see you next time on the next On and Off related release, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.